Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and we are outside. I'm against my house. We are in the midst of painting the house. If you are not on the other channel, you're not really tuned into that, but I had a chance to sit down and chat with you, so I am going to talk to you about some items that I am stocking up on this month. So this isn't necessarily exclusive to this week. So I've had like a reorganization of my prepper pantry and things that I'm lacking. I do apologize. I'm outside. I'm trying my best to talk over the cars and all of the fun happening behind me. But I've had just like not an epiphany, but kind of a revamp of what I'm stocking up on. And I kind of touched on that 2 videos ago when I talked about literature. And I have some books for you. I will link everything in the description box, but I have been stocking up on books, physical books about anything. Honestly, a lot of things are prepper related, but a lot of things are garden related or foraging, and I find them to be very helpful. There's one book in this running that is going to be digital, but even if you get the PDF form, you can print it out. So that is what I have done, and I'm really stocking up on that prepper pantry library, and I wanted to talk to you about that today. So if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Tori. I do motherhood and preparedness on a budget, and we try and make it attainable for everyone. So we're not preparing for scary moments, we are preparing for real life moments. And I honestly have never said that on the channel before, and I feel like we need to say it more because a lot of people are, I guess, intimidated or they don't know enough about preparedness, and we prepare for our everyday life. Of course, we don't want any of these terrible things to happen, but the reality is that some of these things could happen. So we are hoping, again, praying that they won't, but we will have these items in case of emergency, and that's what's important to myself and my family, especially being a mother. I feel like that is my role as a mother in this household, but everyone has different roles unique to them. So the first book I picked up is The Lost Superfoods, and the author is awesome at explaining things. I will say, when I direct you to these sites, I know a lot of it looks, I don't know, doomsday-ish, but if you scroll down, you can read into a lot of these. You don't have to watch their video, but it has 126 superfoods that you can store without refrigeration. That was super important to me. And it's a long lost survival food bank knowledge, and it's super organized, which I really, really enjoyed. I haven't gotten through the entire book yet, but I've gotten through most of it. And you can also find nutritional values for each food, so that's really cool. But it is supposed to be made for American households, and you should be able to go, a year without going to the grocery store with this knowledge, just in case you need to survive an emergency. So I thought this was really cool because it would work for everyone. It doesn't have to be specific to your area. Okay, this one, The Lost Frontier Handbook, I've been waiting a while for me to be able to purchase this. I actually asked for it as a gift from my husband, so lucky me. But there's amazing information in here. I've heard so many people talk about it. It just covers all of it. It teaches you how to survive another Great Depression, essentially. The one of 2023 is what everyone's predicting. It tells you how to store food. It tells you herbal remedies. And what caught my eye was a natural way to have penicillin in the household, which was super important. I'm allergic to amoxicillin and penicillin, and it's probably because it's pharmaceutical. So I was interested to see how I could make that in my home. So a lot of what you can stockpile, you can grow in the garden, which was another one that actually, just needed to be on my prepper pantry shelf. So I felt like this was an important one. If you're going to buy any of these, I think this is the one to do it. But of course, check your local libraries. You might be able to just check one of these out. I'm not sure. There's some music playing in the background. I'm going to attempt to do this video. If it gets too loud, I apologize. We'll try this again. And fireworks, apparently. Okay. Yes. Anyways, we do prepare books and literature and things like that, but I did want to mention we are stocking up on vinegar because it is canning season. And if you're new to canning, you might not know vinegar has since changed its acidity levels, and it used to be 5%, but now it's 4%. So it's not safe for canning, especially water bath canning. So that has been an issue lately. I have my theories as to why they're doing that. They don't want people to be able to preserve their own food, because then they could grow their own food and preserve it, and they would not need the government for that. So that's my theory. That's why they're doing that. And I'm going to pause myself here because I did want to mention something. I recently got a comment saying that, well, the CDC or the FDA or the USDA says it's not safe to do this. Wow. If we have learned anything over the last 3 years, it's to not trust any of those government entities. So if they're going to advise something, I strongly suggest doing the opposite. Typically, I kind of run past these theories, and I don't really talk about them, but I've been trying to be upfront about why I feel this is happening. So, goodness, that music is loud. I really hope it is not going to be a distraction. But anyways, we're going to keep going here. This month, we have also focused on stocking up some ammo. My husband got an ammo box, an extra one recently, and they were on sale. I know we talk about guns on the channel. We're for guns. If you're not, that's totally fine. I'm going to link some defensive areas in your life that you could be stocking up on that is an alternative to firearms. And I feel like everyone should be able to defend themselves, and it doesn't have to be with a firearm. That is my stance on it. I don't really care if you like them. I don't care if you carry them, but we enjoy them, and we think they're important to have, especially in a self-defense scenario. So we are definitely stocking up on ammo. Again, any alternative self-defense items that I like to personally carry when I'm out and about with the kids will be linked in the description box for you. And then number 4 on the list, this is new to me. I'm aware of EMF coming from our phones, Wi-Fi, and things of that nature. Not good for us. It's messing with us, I feel like, and you have to do some research into the negative effects of EMF. So talking on speakerphone would be a great way to combat that. Not using wireless earphones, not sleeping with your phone next to your head in the bed, women not keeping it near those body parts that could be harmful, not keeping it next to your baby. I'm guilty of that, like checking a comment while I'm feeding my child. And I am trying my hardest not to have that happen anymore, but EMF is extremely harmful to us, and it's all around us. So I found a stone. I've been looking for one that I can wear on my neck. I will admit the chain itself is not the best, but I switched out the chain and I am just loving it. I forget the company. I'll link it again, but I am loving that. But an alternative to this necklace, because it can be a little pricey, is a type of stone, and I have found it, so I'm going to tell you all about it here right now. Okay, this stone is called Shungite. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. And before I get eye rolls that a stone has power, I do want to kind of explain myself here. This stone can be used to neutralize toxins, so you can put it in some water. You can carry it in your pocket. You can wear it around your neck. But this has been scientifically proven to absorb and neutralize toxic electromagnetic radiation, which is coming from our Wi-Fi and phones. So I did want to touch on this. You can pick this up at any rock shop here in Colorado. We're pretty lucky, but it does originate from Russia. So of course you can find this online, but I suggest picking up a few. You never know if it's going to hurt. It's relatively inexpensive, and I honestly want to start making some of this jewelry, wearable jewelry here, and maybe selling it on my shop. But yes, Shungite, great, powerful stone. Alrighty, and then number 5 and last on the list is going to be Epsom salt. I find mine at Dollar Tree, but you of course can find it in bulk just about anywhere, as your standard has an option for you if you order from there. But this Epsom salt I am using specifically for my soil, and I'm using it for my seed starting soil, my germination soil. I am still starting seeds in my basement. I'm still doing that, and I'm going to try and continue to do that throughout the year. I'd like to garden year round. I've heard that it can be done in Zone 5B. Let me know if you're in Zone 5B and you do that, because it would be really interesting for me to learn what your gardening essentially in your home, because that's what you'll have to do in the winter time. So I'm really interested in that, but I found a ton of seeds and they are just doing phenomenal. Honestly, if any of you have bought through that medicinal seeds link, you will know that you get a ton of seeds and you get to know what you can do with those seeds. And I think it's just such a phenomenal value. I talked about them before, so I will try and find the link for that, but it's it's super important to have these seeds on hand, especially heirloom seeds, and I found like such a bargain. So I'm happy I got 2 packs of those again, and I'm really interested to see how they do in the winter time in an indoor growing scenario. So let me know if you do that. Again, zone 5B. If you're in a different zone, it won't really work the same, but you never know because you are indoors. So I'm not sure. I'm not a seasoned indoor gardener. I would not say I'm a master gardener outside, but I am trying my best. Alrighty friends, that is going to do it for today's video. I am trying to keep it short and sweet for you at 4 to 5 items that you can be stocking up on every week, every month, or whatever's attainable for you. You don't have to stock up on these 5 items. I'm just trying to think of ideas for you. All of the items that I stocked up on are going to be beneficial for you in the event of an emergency. I promise you that. So again, if you're new here, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who support the channel. Truly, it means the world to my family and I. It has just been very helpful as of lately. So as always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all.